oh no, it's like 40% cheaper. And I was like, what? Bonjour, mes amis. Hi, everyone. I have made it back to the United States from Paris. I also stocked up on some skincare. One of my favorite things to do in Paris is to shop for skincare. I really love most French well, I shouldn't say most. I don't know if I've tried every, but at least of the French skincare brands I've tried, I really enjoyed them. So, I mean, some people love Disney World. I love Paris. Not Disneyland, Paris, like French pharmacies. So I didn't really bring a lot with me, and I went almost immediately upon arrival and picked up a few things. I thought we would start with the items that I bought almost immediately that I was going to start using when I was already there. So I did pick up some micellar water. Now, I know this is one you can purchase in the United States, the Bioderma micellar water with a little pink cap. Not to be confused with the Garnier micellar water. I find that one to be too sticky, and I really don't enjoy that one at all. But this one, the Bioderma, is just delightful. I only picked up a tiny one just because they're not terribly expensive, and it's heavy, right? Like, the more liquid you have, the more something weighs. There are limits to how much you can bring back home, sadly. Otherwise, you could just like pack up a shipping container, send it back to the US, share with your friends. But yeah, that was one of the first things I picked up because water in especially Paris can be a little hard. And so for my poor dry skin, I just wanted to make sure I had some nice micellar water to clean up any makeup or remove sunscreen at the end of the day. So speaking of micellar for removing makeup, I found these micellar makeup removal wipes. These were specially formulated for dry skin. I thought that was interesting. They had a couple different varieties. They had some if you have more sensitive skin, some if you have more oily skin. Obviously for my skin type, the dry skin variety was the way to go. I did really like these. It was a small package of just 20 wipes. I mean, I have a decent number of wipes at home that I do enjoy, especially the Clinique ones, so I didn't need a lot of them, but I wanted at least one package. I mean, if you can avoid traveling with products, especially heavy ones, then it's really nice. Next up was sunscreen, because you need to wear sunscreen every day, and I love the different varieties of sunscreen in France. So the Caudalíe SPF 30, I picked that up. Now, my skin really loves the whole range of Caudalíe products I've ever tried. I can't think of a single one that I haven't really enjoyed. So I thought I would give the sunscreen a try. I don't remember seeing this back in the States, and I know there are some different ingredients that you can use in Europe for sunscreen that you can't use in the United States because the FDA has a lot of different regulations and rules about ingredients you can use inside of sunscreen. There are some more like modern skincare technologies, if you will, or formulations and ingredients that they will use in Europe that we can't use here. So since I do have some sensitivities and can break out or have problems with sunscreen, I do tend to stock up when I'm in Paris. So I got a couple different varieties. I was on an absolute mission to find my favorite sunscreen from the last time I was in Paris, but it was, alas, at least 5 years ago. So the best I could do was find from the exact same brand a cream formulation. So this Bioderma sunscreen, I swear it used to come, well, I know a variety of it used to come in a spray bottle so you could mist your face with the sunscreen. It was very lightweight. It didn't really disrupt your makeup. It was a great way to refresh your sunscreen over the course of the day. My skin really seemed to like it. I didn't have any trouble with it. An effective sunscreen. So in lieu of the lovely spray-on version, I have a cream. I have not used this one yet. The only one that I've used so far is the Caudalíe sunscreen. So I'll have to report back my findings in case anyone has a trip to either Europe or France in their future. You can make a little shopping list. I know I sure did before I went on my trip. So the next sunscreen I have is yet another SPF 30. That's one of my favorite weights of sunscreen for an everyday basis. Like maybe not going to the beach all day, but just out and about running errands. I love an SPF 30. More than that, it can start to feel a little thick and my skin can have a little bit of trouble. So one of the claims on the package that I thought was really interesting is that it's water resistant. So I think that would be really nice for some of the hotter months around here. You know, there's a difference between water resistant and like sweat resistant. But some days when it's really hot, you're gonna run through a sprinkler, you're gonna be like going through misters or just spraying your face with some Avène or, well, I didn't bring back any of the water from, I think it's Uriage. I didn't bring back any of their canisters because I did not want my luggage to be searched by security. Like if you have, the metal spray bottles, especially like, I think I had 2 when I came back because they were in this double pack. Anyway, it's a very affordable brand, so if you do happen to be there, I would look into it for sure. I've really liked some of their products. It's more for like sensitive skin, soothing, help with redness, those sorts of things. So if you're looking for something like that, definitely check this out. I'll have to do some sort of update on some of these new sunscreens and a few new products. I have a few favorites in here too, so I already know I love them, but we'll have to do some updates for the new items. Speaking of mineral-enriched water, I did pick up an SPF 50 from Avène, another brand that my skin really seems to enjoy. It's again mostly geared towards sensitive skin. I know they do have lines for all skin types. I know they do have a few things for oily skin because last time I was in Paris, I accidentally bought a few things from that line because my French is not good. So I did get a few things that ended up drying out my skin a little more than I would have liked, but if I pay enough attention and focus on their dry skin products, they've been absolutely lovely. So this is an SPF 50. So they'll be great for the days when I know I'm going to be out in, peak sunshine hours for hours on end. And then as part of my research before I left, I watched a few different videos, and there was one dermatologist who, I think she's based in New York, Dr. Shereene Idriss. I was just looking down at my notes. I'll link her video because she really did an in-depth explanation of various pharmacy favorites for skincare from Paris. One thing she recommended was this A313 cream. I hadn't really seen this before, and my curiosity was piqued because I haven't really started using retinols. I've used like the bacterial oil, like the, well, not necessarily an oil. The one I've been using was the herbivore oil. It doesn't cause your skin to dry out like some other retinols can. This one specifically, I know she was complaining that their marketing calls it like a retinol, but it's very chemically similar, but not quite a retinol. Anyway, it behaves just as well. She said it's wonderfully effective, but very gentle on your skin. And since my skin is a little sensitive and it's not really used to retinol, I thought this would be a nice kind of introduction and first step towards actually using retinol products because, time marches on. I will eventually need to get to a point where I can handle like a 1% retinol, but we're not there yet. And I think the A313, I wish I could say it in French because it sounds way cooler. I think this will be a nice little stepping stone on my way. Now on to the Caudalíe portion of this video. I swear it's not sponsored, even though I have a bunch of stuff from them. It's a dream. That would be lovely. My skin loves their products. But we'll start out with the more simple item I got. I just picked up a little hand and lip balm. So there's like a little lip balm, a little hand and nails in here. They've got usually some pretty good sales at City Pharmacy. If you don't know, just look it up. There's endless videos about the wonder that is City Pharmacy. It's like if you were to take, most French pharmacies are very small. So if you were to take like the normal small little French pharmacy and just blow it up and make it way bigger and make it just full of people there to help who know various languages. I know they certainly understand English. It's very helpful. So that's a nice place to go if you're kind of touristy and you're not really sure what you want. It's kind of like a little wonderland of skincare. So while I was there, I picked up a few different things. I didn't actually get any Caudalíe at that location outside of what I just showed you because they have like little sales and specials. I ended up going to one of the actual Caudalíe stores and working with one of the associates there to make the rest of these purchases. I didn't realize how much of a discount there was in Paris. So when I first saw the products in City Pharmacy, I was like, well, it's a little less expensive. But the Sephora sale is going on, or it was coming up, or it was around that time. And I was like, well, I can get it for 20% off. Do I really need to get it now? Transport it. But then when I was in the actual Caudalíe store and I was talking to a lady, she's like, oh no, it's like 40% cheaper. And I was like, what? And then she pulled up the Sephora USA on her iPad and I was looking and I was like, man, I've always got these things on sale and I haven't gotten them super recently. So I'd sort of forgotten I ended up getting this cute little like starter kit, not starter kit, but like gift set with a bunch of different, some of my favorite items in it at, even a little more of a discount than that. So let's see. I picked up the classic. I know I've mentioned it a bunch of times. Here it is, brand new in its little box. The Caudalíe Serum Premier Cru. I have loved this. I know it's been reformulated a few times. I know I've mentioned that. This newest formulation has been absolutely lovely, so wonderful. The original version I fell in love with was a little more oily, so not everyone could use it in that format. Not everyone liked it in that format. So this one is a little more creamy, just a nice serum. I really feel like it makes a dramatic difference in the tone of my skin. Like if I use this regularly, I feel a little more glowy, a little more hydrated. I don't know, it feels like it really makes my skin just lit from within, like that glow. I used to use the cream that, matched the serum, the Premier Cru. This is the Rich Cream. So this came in the little set. It was like a Premier Cru set, so it came with the eye cream too. But I remember I was trying to find something that really made my skin just look flawless, helped improve texture, made it really glow like prior to the wedding. So these two products, I mean, they've been reformulated since then, but the original, the cream and the serum were what I absolutely used every single day or evening, I guess technically they were my night routine. And I really feel like it helped give me that like extra bridal glow and confidence on my wedding day. I have not used the Premier Cru cream since, just because again, there were some reformulations. I don't know, I have a little bit of ADD, I'm like, ooh, what's this new thing? Oh, that's shiny over there. What's that new thing? So I thought I would come back, try this out again, start using this in the evenings along with the serum, see if we can kind of recapture that glow. It is summertime, so I really feel like getting my glow on. And then the set came with the eye cream as well. Now, I don't think I've really used the eye cream. Well, I first learned about this, like getting a little discovery set, and I'm pretty sure it came with eye cream then, but I don't normally use eye cream. It kind of happened to come in this set this time as well. So I'll try using that. We'll see if I feel like there's any difference in fine lines or with darkness under the eye. Right now we're in allergy season, so good luck, a little serum or eye cream. Good luck, little eye cream. I need all the help I can get. So we'll see if that helps. And then the lady at the store was really sweet because it also came with another mask, but she thought, since we talked a little bit about my skin type, she thought that the mask included would be a little too drying for my skin. So she recommended this one. I've seen this around for a while. I think this is the Venosource Hydra. It was so cute. She was like, you can bring this on the plane, like put some on your face because the planes are really dehydrating. But this is a mask that she recommended using once or twice a week. Should be good for my skin with the dryness and to help with, well, a little redness. Like I don't have a lot, but there's a little bit of redness and this should help ease some of that. I have not tried it yet, so we'll have to let you know. And now this speaks to how much I love this product because it's in a glass bottle. So if you're traveling on an airplane and you're just carrying things around and you're loading up your suitcase, weight matters. So to bring back something in a glass bottle, that means I love it. So we have the Caudalíe Beauty Elixir. Now this stuff is just lovely. It's very herbal. So if you don't like things that are fragranced, this face mist, you will hate it. I know there's some division over this. There's like sides that love it, sides that hate it. They just can't do it. It feels almost minty on the skin, so you really feel it with the pore tightening effects of it. But it does a nice job just making your skin look a little more awake. It seems like it helps improve like circulation. So at least in the mornings, I feel like it's a nice little jolt of caffeine for my face. I did have one little impulse buy at City Pharma that is just kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's not completely ridiculous, but it was just because it was cute. It's an eye mask, right? Like a little single serve eye mask. I'm sure it's fine. It's just so stinking cute. Like there's the little lady with the Eiffel Tower, and then she just looks so happy sitting in her little like chaise lounge or bean or bathtub. Kind of oh no, I guess clawfoot tubs have feet. I don't know. She looks like she's having a great time. It was just so super cute. I mean, I have a bunch of eye masks that I love, but they're kind of, disposable, like you go through them. So I'm sure I'll get to use these. I picked up a couple. I thought I might give them to some friends. They're just so cute. So this next item I found is kind of giving me La Mer vibes, right? Like it's Life Plankton. I did pick up a sheet mask of this from Biotherm. They have a Life Plankton elixir. So this is, again, the thermal water. I think this is from a hot spring, known as the Miracle Fountain. So they got these little plankton guys, and they have biofermented them to kind of concentrate the little plankton. I don't know. It sounds kind of interesting. I mean, I haven't read anything about it being similar to the miracle broth. It just sort of has that vibe to me. So I was like, you know what? Let's give it a go. I also picked up a little serum for it. I also picked up the matching serum just because usually the sheet mask is basically the serum with a sheet. So we'll give it a try. You're supposed to see results within 8 days. I don't know. I feel like most skincare, you really need a full month in order to get like the whole turnover. But if you want something just hydrating, I guess you would see results that quickly just to try to plump up and rehydrate your skin. I don't know. We'll see. It sounded kind of fun. I was like, ooh, it's an interesting new serum. Maybe I'll try that out during the day, whereas the Premier Crew is a lot more restorative and reparative for nighttime. So this could be fun to use during the day. And here we have the only other item I purchased that was glass. If you've ever used this, you know it's like a summer staple. The Nukes, is it 8-in-1? Oh no, 7. 7-in-1. Different multi-purpose, 7 different oils, precious botanical oils. I used to love the version of this. It's like Little Mister that has kind of like bronze shimmer inside of it. I always imagine like laying out by the beach, you put on the oil with the bronzing glimmer in it, and you just are like this bronzed goddess sunbathing. I'm a little pale. It never really worked as I imagined. So even though I saw the version with like the beautiful bronze shimmer, I was like, you know what? It doesn't quite work for me. However, the plain version of this oil, absolutely lovely, really hydrating without feeling like you just put an oil all over your skin. It's also nice for your hair. I think they mentioned you can use it on your face. I haven't quite gone that far, but if you have some on your hair, it kind of gets on your face. I don't know. But I wouldn't I wouldn't, even with my dry skin, just put this on there. I don't know. If you have, let me know if I'm missing out, because maybe I'm missing out. But either way, this Nukes oil, highly recommend. You can find this in the United States. It was just less expensive in Paris, so I picked some up. One thing I will say is while you can find the Nukes oil in the United States, I haven't seen that many other varieties of products from them, whereas inside of City Pharma or other city pharmacies in Paris, big displays, tons of stuff. So I was like, we're missing out over here. They're holding out on us. So I did pick up this 3-in-1. I think they called it crème fraîche, which I thought was kind of cute. This is a plumping mask, makeup removing milk, and a 48-hour hydration cream, or nourishing 48-hour moisturizing cream. I have not tried this yet. I think I would most likely use it as a mask, just because it feels kind of expensive to use it as an eye makeup remover or makeup remover. I mean, they don't say eye makeup, they just say makeup. So I'd rather just use some micellar water or something a lot more affordable, like the Sephora Makeup Melting Balm. Oh, I love that stuff. It's so good. But I can always use a nice skin mask, at least with my dry skin. And then if you ever get a little sunburn, I feel like some of the French brands do a really good job helping heal your skin. And if I do find myself slightly sunburned, I picked up the one thing. If you bring back one thing from Paris, bring back some Biafine. This stuff is delightful. It's really good for if you have maybe super over exfoliated or really angered your skin. It's like miracle healing balm. Like if you have scrapes, abrasions, or like, anything minor, right? The Biafine's really nice to help your skin heal. So again, a classic. You can hardly go to France and not come back with some of the Embryolisse, I think. Embryolisse, yes. This is the Lait-Crème Concentrate. This stuff is so nice if you need a really rich, hydrating cream that you can use on your face or other dry, rough patches on your skin. This stuff is magical. Been around forever. I don't remember it costing this much, so I don't know if like influencers have started telling people and now everyone's buying it, because it was actually sold out at City Pharmacy and most of the pharmacies in the general area of City Pharmacy. I noticed it a lot more in other like random pharmacies throughout Paris. Like it wasn't difficult to find, it just was very popular from tourists. So I was like, "Ah, dang you, TikTok." I just like blaming TikTok on ruining things that I like because stuff will go viral and then it's sold out. It's like, oh, damn you. I love that stuff. I need it. What about those of us who knew before? So I did pick that up. It's very rich. So if you have oily skin, you know, maybe just focus on using that in dry patches. Like if like your elbows or you have somewhere that you need to heal your skin, you can use it there. But if you don't have dry skin on your face, you know, maybe pass on that product. Along that same vein, I decided to pick up basically the same product only with SPF in it. So this should be nice. The Lait-Crème Multi Protection. It's only an SPF 20, so this is good for like running errands. You're not out for very long, or you know, winter usage. Guess if I don't open it, I think, oh yeah, the expiration's in 2025. So maybe I'll save this in my, I have plenty of sunscreen, right? So I might save this in my stash until the fall. And then since I was a little dehydrated from the flight or from, you know, just all the activities getting ready to go on a trip, you know, you're super busy, you're running around. My lips were super dry, so I picked up 2 different lip balms. I have a La Roche-Posay one. This one was nice. I think if my lips were in good condition, the Cicaplast, sorry, anyone who actually speaks French, my apologies. But this was nice, and I think if my lips were okay, it would have been good, but it didn't, like, it says it's barrier repairing. Maybe if I'd used it longer, but I wanted like a quick fix. So I don't know. I do think like the Summer Fridays balm is the closest thing I found to replace the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask. So if you need a quick fix, that was great. I did get one other. I bought the Avène Lip Repair Balm. Again, they were really nice. I don't think either of these were like prepared to handle like terrible, dry, cracked situation my lips can find themselves in. So I'll hold on to these as just like good maintenance products. And if you do find yourself heading to Paris or to somewhere in France and you're like, I don't know, I don't have time, I don't know what I want, but you are interested in skincare, I do recommend just going into one of the places, whether it's a pharmacy or one of the many skincare shops, just asking the person there, like they're highly knowledgeable, they're incredibly skilled, they want to help you. So if you tell them like, I have oily skin, I have dry skin, you just kind of let them know, I love my daytime moisturizer, but I'd really love a good night cream, or just try to let them know what you're looking for and what your skin is like. So I tried to have kind of like that sort of experience in one of the places. I usually just like to go in, kind of look around, find something that sounds interesting. But this time I did some browsing and then I actually talked to one of the ladies and was like, I'm looking for a nice day cream, something I can wear underneath foundation. I have dry skin. And she noticed like there was a little redness, but I don't have a whole lot going on. So she actually ended up recommending this product. So I thought I would get what she recommended. I hadn't seen this brand before, so I don't know if I've just never noticed Pi Skincare. I think it's based out of London. This one sounds really interesting. This is the Antithemis. It's calming, it's got chamomile, rosehip oil. I do react very well to rosehip oil, so it's one thing that drew me to this when she pulled it out as an option. So this should be a nice soothing moisturizing cream. Sometimes in the summer, like you're out doing yard work, it can be a little hard on your skin. So I thought a nice soothing chamomile infused moisturizer could be quite nice. So I thought I would try out one of the recommendations, just sort of put my skin into their hands. So we'll have to let you know how that goes. And then completely unrelated to skincare, but you know, kind of a fun thing. I was near one of the Diptyque stores and I noticed they actually had the Paris City candle from their City series. They just stopped selling that a little while ago, so I'm sorry if you were looking to get one of these. This one has, let me read the notes. I think it's bergamot, lavender, and patchouli. So slightly herbal. It smells how you would imagine a French hand soap. Like if someone came back from Paris and they're like, we got you these hand soaps. This smells exactly how I would imagine those to smell. So really pleasant, super happy I could pick one up. And then I was just sort of browsing around. I haven't really used a lot of Diptyque products, so I just tried smelling all the different candles, and this was the other one that I fell in love with and wanted to take home with me. This is just iris. I think I would describe this as being a very sweet floral. So if you were to imagine a very light floral scent, but it kind of smells like sweet tarts, but in the best way. So I thought this would be just a nice late summer fragrance to have going around the house. I don't know, I just felt like I'm in Paris. It's a classic Parisian brand. I just wanted to bring home something that wasn't necessarily skincare. I hope you had a good time and got some ideas if you're just thinking about visiting Paris or if you have plans to go. Definitely make a list, check out some of the skincare. I will link a few, like one of the videos of my inspiration for a couple of the products I picked up down below. But happy travels. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so I can see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.